Well, you know, this is one of those moments in your life when you remember where you were and what you were doing. I remember 7 years ago, I was reporting on this tragedy, and it hasn't gotten any easier since that day. Tomorrow is, of course, the day 7 years ago when 27 lives were taken far too soon. That includes 20 children inside of the Sandy Hook school. And as we drove throughout the streets today, there was a palpable feeling of sadness. 7 years since unspeakable tragedy.
Those people will suffer forever, and they'll never forget it.
And bells are still ringing in Newtown. Chuck Fulkerson rings for the Salvation Army Red Kettle Drive. A nearly 30-year Newtown resident, he used to deliver flowers.
I can remember delivering to a father whose son was killed.
Wounds that perhaps even Father Time can't heal.
I think a lot of people feel we want to move beyond this.
Moving forward, but with a purpose. A permanent memorial planned for December 2021, a place of peace and reflection.
The design itself is a really beautiful design.
Dan KRAUSE is the chair of the Sandy Hook Memorial Commission. His daughter, a second grader at Sandy Hook School in 2012.
It becomes ingrained in your DNA as to, an experience that you had. It shapes you, it changes you, it affects you.
The memorial to change the landscape on Riverside Road, less than a mile from the former Sandy Hook School. Design finalized, land secured, funding and approval in the works.
The core memorial aspect is a sycamore tree surrounded by water.
The 7-year anniversary marks the victims being gone longer than they were on Earth, like 6-year-old Jesse Lewis.
I look at him as more of a hero than anything else.
He yelled for his classmates to run. His brother, JT.
In his final moments, he chose to save 9 of his classmates' lives instead of saving his own.
On Saturday, to assist in the healing process, the Resiliency Center of Newtown will hold extended hours, and a mass of remembrance will be held at the St. Rose of Lima Church, where so many of the funerals were held, and where this cross inscribed with victims' names is a permanent fixture. And in Hartford tomorrow, flags over the state capitol will fly at half-staff to mark the remembrance of the tragedy. Reporting live in Newtown, Matt KARON, Fox 61 News.